Hey Taurus, this is your December 2021 message for the month ahead. I hope you hear everything you need to hear, see everything you need to see, feel everything you need to feel to allow your desires and your manifestations in. So let's get going, Taurus. And they don't want to go with the top cards in order. So let's do this eclectic mix. Wow, a lot of cards want to come out for you. Wow, a lot. You guys are some manifesting some juicy goodness I can see. And clearly some deliberate focus from Source on you. Ooh, okay. I'm going to start in reverse order for you guys. So you need to relax, Taurus. You need to let go. You do not need to prove how much, how bad, how hard you want this thing. What can happen when you're manifesting something outside of your average, ordinary norm, and I talk about this in my Law of Attraction course. It's on my website, guys. When you're manifesting something that's out of your personal norm that you grew up with, you just don't have an active default vibration to allow it in, right? Because if you grew up watching daddy make $100,000 sales when you're 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, once you start to make sales, you're going to be like, yeah, $100,000 sales are normal. What happens if you grew up with the guy who kept getting fired and harassed at work and blamed for stuff, so then getting laid off? When you want to go for that $100,000 sale, you don't have that default expectation that it's coming in. That's it. You don't need to prove that you want it. You need to learn a different way to sell your services, to sell yourself. You need to learn some new skill sets. You need to adapt and grow. You need to learn some new knowledge, right? To be able to get a better paying job, to interact with coworkers and people in a different way so that you don't keep getting fired. So you'll need to learn some new skills. You'll need to gain some new knowledge. But do you hear how that's actually all expansion? And guys, you were born a vibrational being, and Source is always wanting to expand. Source is always wanting to expand, and you are an extension of Source. So I'm expanding. I'm allowing in a new experience. I'm discovering how to sell in a different way. I'm selling in a different way, and I'm getting clients in a new way. I kind of took you through a series of affirmations there. Sometimes it's better just to go neutral. Sometimes it's I'm discovering a new way to sell, and then it's I'm selling in a new way, talking as if it's already done, okay? I'm selling in a new way, and that's that. I'm delivering my services in a new way. I'm now delivering my services to corporate clients instead of private clients. I'm getting larger contract amounts. It's okay to get larger amounts of money for the services that I deliver. It's okay to receive more for my services and for what I offer than what I would pay for it. I'm okay that other people may value this more than I do, and I'm ready to receive that. Do you hear all the ways I'm wording this? Is a softening way into it, because whatever it is you're manifesting, what I'm picking up from the energy in the cards is that you're a little bit more focused on money right now. I definitely love is in here, but I would say you're like, I need to get this career result. Because it's like your ego's tied up in it. There's a little bit of, if I would just get that, then I would prove to myself that I'm worthy of it. And not only that, but if I could just get this big business result, then I could prove to potential partners, that I'm a high value person. And there's even a little bit of, if I could just get this in, then I would feel more comfortable demanding. I'm using the word demanding because your energy is really tied up right now, Taurus. Demanding a higher quality partner. I don't know why I quoted that. If I make $200,000 a year, then it'd be easy for me to justify why I'm worthy of a provider man who makes 400, 600, $1 million a year. If I make this much, it'll be easier for me to have a reasonable default expectation of a man who makes more. To hear all that ego tied up in your manifestation, that's why it feels like angst. That's why it feels like hard work, because you don't need to prove it. Think of it this way. When you're up in Source, you pretty much look down and it's like choose an adventure. There's a million different parents, right? I could be born into that family and get that as my default vibration launch pad. I could be born into that family. This family will give me a high expectation for money but won't show me love. This is the one that's the total package. This is the one that will give me a lot of fun, but money will suck with them as my default pad. So it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, right? This ain't build, bitch. What's that? I love that song. So yeah, but Earth is very much like you get to build your own launch pad. Give me those two parents so I get this as my launch pad, okay? Okay, I lost my train of thought a little bit there. Sorry, Taurus. I got that song stuck in my head. Oh, okay. So you came down and you do have to get a launch pad from a previous generation that's already on Earth. But from there, it's all about expansion. And you came down to wickedly and wildly earn more than what your launch pad naturally you were born into. And that's okay. But you don't need that to prove that you're worthy of demanding that you want your partner to be a provider. Okay? Because, right, and when you were looking down, let's say you're the female, you're like, yeah, I want to give birth to a baby. If you don't want to give birth to a baby, you might be, I want to be the one that's nurturing the kids, because maybe you'll get a guy with older kids. Maybe you guys will adopt, I'm not saying you have to be a mom, so just go for the energy of this. But one partner goes, yeah, I'll be the one to give birth to them, but I don't want to take care of them. Perfect for adoption, perfect for a divorce, and the other guy takes them because that kid still wants that launch pad and that mom still wanted the birthing experience. So no matter how it pans out, I need you to hear that other people are like, yeah, it's build a bitch. I want this experience. I want this experience. I want this. Give me this in my birth, right? Okay. Let me give you an example. So like someone who adoption, they may have, when they were up in source, it might have been like, I want to know what it's like to build yourself up from ground zero without learning a lot from parents who gave birth to you. I think it's going to be fun manifesting in a lot of different people to teach me. You may not be cognizant of that now, but do you see how it's literally Build-A-Bear? It's Build-A-Bear. Okay, so if you came down to, I want to be the feminine energy in a relationship, then there are some people who came down to, I want to be the masculine energy in relationships. Feminine energy thrives off receiving. Thank you. Thank you. They thrive off the vibration of appreciation. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love this in my life. Thank you so much. It's knowing that there's another counterpart that thrives off respect, that thrives off, I did a good job, I did it right, the masculine energy. I did good. Look at that smile on her face. I did good. I did a good job. It's knowing that you guys are milking a different type of enjoyment out of the same situation. So even if you don't want kids, if you came down to really experience the feminine energy of being in a relationship, then there is a man who came down to experience that masculine, or another female, whichever way it works out, feminine, masculine energy. Okay, guys? To what degree? Well, I want to experience this much feminine. There's someone who's, I want this much masculine. I want to be pure feminine, be receiving all the time, be receiving, getting gifts all the time, massages. And there's a guy who's like, God, I hope there's just a girl down there that will just let me spoil her all the time, because nothing's better when a woman is like, thank you, baby, and like hugging up and kissing you, and then like, oh, I have to make you a delicious smoothie, I have to make you a delicious salad. Nothing's better than that feeling. And then me going into work going like, oh man, all I had to do was buy her like favorite gemstone earrings, and look at this, she's been making me, guys, look at what my girl made me at work, right? So if you came down to be a mom, then there's a person who's, yeah, I want to have kids too, and I came down to be the one to provide for them. So right now you're just feeling a little bad thinking about okay, just going with the kid example. There's well, if I came down to have the kids, it's going to be such a financial burden on them. You didn't come down to be the financial provider, the receiver. So of course it's going to feel like work to you. But to the other person who's, yeah, I want to start a family down there. I think it'd be fun to give birth to more people from source who want to experience Earth. But like, whoo, that birthing process looks like a lot of work. And wow, teaching little kids how to use the potty and how to use forks, that looks like, whoo, that looks like a job. You know what? I want to be the one that financially provides for them. I want to be the one that provides structure, that provides stability, that provides the action. He's going to be like, oh, I found such a loving, caring, patient, feminine energy that loves teaching them how to kiss, how to hug, how to tie their shoes. So the other person wanted that experience. It's going to be easier for them. So let go of their experience, Taurus. All right, let's see. What else do we got? So it can feel like, some people say it feels like a death, it feels like grief, it feels like I'm going beyond normal. I feel like it's getting all chaotic, because a lot of people have that story that things are chaotic before the good up level happens, right? But all it is that you're growing beyond what you were default taught when you were younger. So if you're going for like a much larger paying client than you ever have before, if you view it that way, it's going to feel like I'm going beyond normal. It's going to feel chaotic. It's going to feel tumultuous. It's going to feel like the old you's dying, the new you's emerging. Or it could simply be I'm expanding and allowing in a new skill set. I'm expanding. Of course, I feel new sensations. So instead of I'm going beyond normal, it's tumultuous. It's of course I feel new sensations. What I want is I want to live in a different reality, and selling something for 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, it feels different than selling something at 100,000. So of course it's going to feel different. I'm getting used to these new sensations within me. I'm adapting. I'm adaptable and I'm adapting. I'm adapting to new sensations. Inner being, can you help me start labeling and putting words to these emotions and sensations I'm feeling? Because I'd like this journey to feel a little smoother, a little bit easier. I'd like to feel more clarity as I go through this growth, as I go through this expansion. I'd like to understand what I'm feeling more. That's how you want to view it. Yeah, because it kind of looks like you're just at this point, Taurus, of feeling this expansive, good, high vibe energy. Since I'm so high vibe and my manifestation is going to come in, but then it's also like this. But how? But what do I have to do? How much longer do I have to prove that I want this? Hasn't the universe I've suffered enough to let it in? Guys, it's just, of course I'm learning a new way to do it. Of course I'm expanding into something new. Of course I'm learning a new way to do it. I'm learning a new way to be high vibe. I'm learning a new way to bring this new into my life into alignment. How do I say this? Because ultimately, Taurus, it's boiling down to you're definitely in tune when you're feeling good versus when you're feeling bad. But it's more about, are you willing to tune in to, how do I say this? You're holding yourself to perfectionism. A lot of times how we treat ourselves is how we were parented. And it definitely looks like you guys got a strong, you needed to be perfect so you didn't get hit. You needed to be perfect so you were fed. There was just like a heavy demanding of perfection on you when you were younger, which isn't fair. Number one, because you're a little fucking kid, right? You don't even know how to tie your shoes. That's not even fair for an adult who's older. It's not fair. You're just continuing how you were parented is how you're treating yourself right now. Once you can let go of the I need to be perfect, then your manifestation is going to come in easily, right? Because let's say you are going for that corporate client that's 100,000. If you're having this, I want that client. Oh my God, but I'm going to have to be perfect every day. And every day I walk in, I'm going to have to be a beaming rainbow bright and so happy. So when everyone sees me, they just get uplifted. You're not going to get it. Because it's putting pressure on yourself to be perfect, and you don't want to be perfect. If you don't want to be perfect, it's going to squash any manifestation that you want that you think is going to require perfection out of you. You don't have to be perfect for a $100,000 client. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You have a dedicated focus of a skill that you acquired. You have a focus on knowledge, on a skill, a built up momentum on something. And that's what you're getting paid for, not for you to be peak performance, right? Even gold medal Olympian athletes, It's called a PR for a reason. Personal best. Why is it called PR actually? Personal record, I guess is what it's called. You have personal best for a reason, and sometimes that person will come back the next year and they don't even beat their own time. They may not even qualify. There are good days and there are bad days, and that is okay as long as you show up and in that hour or a time frame that you agreed upon. Hey, yeah, I do have some stuff going on in my life right now. It's not feeling so good. Yeah, had a breakup, still feeling a little tender about it. Thanks for asking, but what's going on for you? What part of your bodies are hurting, guys? Let me tune into you. Let me give you some good focus so that you can get good. This is your wellness program at work. It's about allowing yourself to be human, Taurus. It's knowing that you can feel bad and still do a good job. You can feel bad and still do a phenomenal job. You can have something going on in your life that isn't feeling good and still rock it out of the park for your clients. Yeah, Taurus, that's kind of mainly what you really needed to hear. It's worth it, what you want, whatever it is you're manifesting, it's worth it. Yeah, you really just re-listen to this again. You need to view it as I'm expanding, I'm allowing in a new experience. It feels good to expand. I have a YouTube video about your relationship with change. You'd probably like listening to that right now. But good luck, Taurus. This seems like a fun month for me. It seems like whatever you're manifesting, it's something big and something new, something you've never experienced before. So comment below, let me know what it is. I will be live Monday, 10 a.m. on YouTube's doing High Vibe Monday, and then sticking around for some mini messages for people. If you want to join in for that, that'd be fun to meet you there. If you would like coaching, I'll put a link in the description, and you could apply for a free breakthrough call so we can hopefully get you a breakthrough and clear for what you need to do for your path ahead. If you'd like coaching afterwards, we could talk about how I can help you hit that. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I put together some free, fun meditations for you. 1, to help you meet your spirit guide. 2, to help you develop healthy boundaries. Everything on this channel is all about personal growth as well as spiritual growth. So you can sign up for those if you want those. But with much love, Taurus. Mwah! Have a good one.